Yeah. Thank you very much, and good morning to especially our distinguished speakers. Uncle Kwame, it's been a while. I've not seen you. Happy to see you again. Just a quick, brief comment. I want to say that all four really have done a very beautiful job. I noted just a few thoughts, and I will just share them within maximum 2 minutes. I think we need to collectively and individually appreciate the fact that where we are is a reflection of who we are, and not play the ostrich and continue to delude ourselves that we are supposed to be far more now than we are. The Cedi vis-a-vis the dollar reflects the two economies, Ghana's economy versus the U.S. economy. And that is literally pitching Miles Mills in the heydays of Ghana versus Carl Lewis of America. And expecting that somehow Miles Mills and Carl Lewis are supposed to be doing the same time and keeping the same rates is impossible. Now, if that is the reality, then the point is to make sure that the acceleration in terms of the increase of Lewis vis-a-vis that of Miles Mills should not be cited to cause too much anxiety. My own view is that our biggest problem is that we have to stop thinking short-term as a people and start having a long-term view of things. And that must start with the politicians. And that's why I disagree a little bit with Uncle Kwame. When Uncle Kwame said we should not blame the politicians when the city is having issues, but we should blame the Bank of Ghana. Uncle Kwame, no. The politician must take the blame because the politician is the first to want to take credit when the city is doing well. So, for example, if you have the vice president, proclaiming triumphantly that within 100 days of coming to office, his government has arrested the decline of the city and padlock it and taken it to the IGP. Naturally, if the city starts going down, he has to be blamed because he took the credit for it. So if we don't want to be blamed for the problem of the city, we obviously must stop trying desperately to take credit for it. We cannot eat our cake and have it. And I think that's the first point. Now, the other one I want to say is that what it is we are having is truly an issue of the fact that as a people, we need to be much more long-term in our approach. Now, what do I really mean by this? Having been Minister of Agriculture, one thing I do know is that when it comes to the issue of export, Ghanaians are very shy. The reason is because to go into export, you need to have a lot of strategic long-term, medium to long-term thinking. You simply can't go into export expecting to have a short-term production, and that's about it. No. For example, my brother Otinjesi mentioned about Accra Mall should have shelf that will be available to Ghanaian produce, which is true. I remember as a great minister, we made a lot of effort, for example, to encourage a lot of our production to be available. In fact, I would say credit to Accra Mall. They actually made a move to us and said we need to encourage, especially some of our producers, those who are producing vegetables and so on. They clearly wanted to reduce what is coming from South Africa in order to allow our own people to supply them. The difficulty, however, is that they simply can't compromise on certain things. The regularity of your production, the quality of your production, the pricing of your production, stuff of that nature cannot be compromised. And that's just even Accra Mall in Ghana. The same way is happening all over the world, whether it's UK, US. There are certain things when you are doing export, you simply can't cut corners. Now, when you have situations where some of our own people are willing to go to Agbogbloshie and buy stuff and literally just ship it abroad, and then that brings about all kinds of massive issues relating to what you call phytosanitary issues, you are not going to be sustainable when you want to go that path. So the long-term view is important. I want to say, for example, that our friends, and that goes to Ken Thompson, the finance sector itself. Your view is also very short-term. Who are the people you are ready to give your money to? To people who are doing the same importation of goods into the country. When people want to go into real long-term production, they have issues getting funding. But when people want to buy goods quickly from China or from Dubai, you're ready to give them money as well. So I think the long-term view is important. And as a collective, that's the only way it can happen. Because as long as we continue to be short-term, and especially we politicians wanting to take short-term credit for everything that goes, we'll continue also dealing along short-term lines. Policies will remain short-term, and we are not able to make the transformation we want to. I mean, that's my little perspective on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Fiifi Kwetey.